Okay, good morning. Welcome to
Fun Math number 60.
Fun Math number 60. Today, we are studying a section in our Art of Problem Solving number theory book about last digits. And we've learned some fun stuff about how you figure out last digits. And then, separately, I was reading some old AMC 8 contests and I found a neat problem about a number to a power being divided by 5. And it relates to what we're talking about, so I thought we'd do that problem, or a problem kind of similar to that today. So the question is, what is the remainder when 5,874 to the 9,274,512 is divided by 5? Okay?
Yeah.
Have you finished memorizing your 9,274,512 powers yet?
No.
Okay, what are you up to?
I haven't started.
You haven't started, so you don't even know what 2 to the 9,274,512 is? You're never going to get up to 5,874. Okay, well shoot. If you don't know what this number is, then it's going to be hard to divide it by 5. So we've got to figure out something else to do. Okay, but after this video, you're going to have to memorize this number. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what do you think we need to do here?
Well, we could write down. We don't know any powers of 5,874.
No, we sure don't.
So we could.
What are we trying to figure out? Let's start there.
The remainder when.
Back up.
When 5,874 is to this power divided by 5.
Okay, we're trying to figure out the remainder when this number here is divided by 5. Okay, that's all we're trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are our choices? What are the possible numbers that are going to be the answer here? For the remainder when...
The remainder...
Could be. What are our choices for what the remainder could be when you divide a number by 5?
0.
0?
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay, so there's only 5 choices. There's only 5 things that could be the answer to this problem.
Yeah.
Right? So how are we going to go to simplify this problem?
Well, we could figure out the last digit to this power.
We could, but it might work and it might not work. For example, when 12 is divided by 4, the remainder is 0. When 22 is divided by 4, the remainder is?
The remainder is 2.
2. So if you only go by the last digit, you might not... Here the last digit's the same, right? It's both 2, but the remainders are different. So why does the last digit work for 5?
Because you have only 2 choices for numbers that can be divisible by 5.
What are they?
Ending in a 5 and ending in a 0.
Okay. Ending in a 5 or ending in a 0. So if a number ends in 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, you know what the remainder is, right?
Yeah.
And if it ends in 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, the remainder is also 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a nice easy pattern for last digits when you're dividing by 5. All right, so the remainder when this number is divided by 5 is the same as the remainder when 4 to the 9,274,512 is divided by 5. Okay, so now all we have to figure out is what happens when you divide 4 to the 9,274,512 by 5. Okay, that's nice. How are you going to figure this out?
Well, we could write down some powers of 4.
Okay.
Like, we have 4 to some power and the power.
Okay. Where do you want to start?
We'll start at n equals 1.
All right.
At 4 to the 1, we'll just say last digit.
Okay, the last digit of 4 to a power.
Ow.
Oh, back up. You can't stand in front of the camera. Okay, 4 to the... what? Okay, last digit. The last digit of 4 to the 1 is?
4.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, great. What's the last digit of 4 squared?
We just have to multiply the last digit by 4.
Okay, so what's the last digit of 4?
4.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, this is... write your chart. What's the last digit of 4 cubed?
Multiply this by 4 and you get it's a 4.
Okay, when you multiply 6 by 4, what do you get?
24 is the last digit of that's 4.
Okay, so what's the last digit of 4 to the 4th?
6.
Okay, see any patterns yet?
Yeah, looks like the even powers are 6s
what are 6's?
4 to an even power. That last digit is a 6.
Okay, very good. The last digit of 4 to an even power is a 6. The last digit of 4 to an odd power is a 4. That's what our chart is telling us. So
it looks like the last digit of this number is a 6.
the last digit's 6.
So that means the remainder is 1.
What remainder is 1?
The remainder, when you divide this number, when you multiply the power out by 5.
Okay, the last digit is 6. So when you divide 4 to the 9,274,512 by 5, all that matters is the last digit, which is 6. So the remainder will be 1. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
In fact, for powers of 4, there's only 2 possible remainders when you divide by 5. 4 and 1. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, high five. Good job.